You don't have to turn on the red light. Yeah. Yes, you do.
I am out here for you. You don't know what it's like to be me out here for you.
We choose truth over facts.
Never go for a retard.
Come on, man. Hey team, how we going? It is Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, and I am representing the Royal Australian Regiment within my mind today to tell you why 1 in 2,567 people decide to follow the footsteps of the ANZACs, join the Royal Australian Regiment, become the tip of the spear, the 1 in 10,000 soldiers that represent you in a ratio of 1 as to 2,567 people who don't understand why you'd want to have a life sleeping in the rain, in danger, looking for the wolf, standing on this side of the fence saying, when is my turn to prove, to snarl, to protect the herd, the sheep, without ever having any proof, Instagram, Facebook, etc., to be able to demonstrate the celebrity of what it is to actually hold a Skippy badge. Why am I doing this? It's because we've got the Tasmanian devil, who's currently on a bus, or a bus as they'd say in England, who is heading towards the rural town of Singleton, which is the School of Infantry, the place that houses the home of the Australian soldier, under the motto, duty first, and the role to seek out and close with the enemy, to kill or capture him, to seize and hold ground, to repel attack by day or night, regardless of season, weather or terrain. Season, weather or terrain. It is a profession that only promises hardship, failure, and potentially lifelong injuries, including your life. But what it gives you in return cannot be measured. And everyone that serves in the Royal Australian Regiment agrees with me. And I've never heard someone say they regretted the experience or the injuries that have come due to, because of. So today is dedicated to the non-believers, and also the Tasmanian devil who's on the bus, and Darcy, who's currently waiting for his session to begin. His lovely and proud mother Keely waiting in slips for the messages of Mum. It's okay. I'm amongst brothers, friends. You don't understand? That's fine, because guess what I do? And some of the reasons why I join are now on the board. We'll talk about those in a moment. Why wouldn't you understand why someone would be motivated to do something different? Is it out of ignorance? Is it because they would never do it? Is it something that's assumed? Is it because we're in a first world country and don't realise how privileged we are to have everything we have that was paid for by those that served when we called in previous eras, generations, when times were tougher, when things couldn't be taken for granted, when there was no switch to press and power came on or water came out of a tap. We're safe and we're girt by seeing the best country in the world. But those luxuries that we have are paid for by others under a signature that includes up to and everything, including their life. And they can be the only child that represents their family, so they are precious. I don't understand why someone would come and join a career and then go into the pointy end, the sharp end, the tip of the spear of that career. Are they suckers for punishment? Well, no, they're not. And to Darcy and to Tasmanian Devil, maybe you don't even know why you joined. So to every person that has ever served in the Royal Australian Regiment, the 1 in the 2,567 citizens of Australia, and you could do this across every metric across the rest of the world as well. I've got some of the titles on the reasons why people might do this. All of them might be pertinent. 1 or 2 may be. Because we ask for you at a state of immaturity, potentially youth, to make this decision. And the longer you wait, the harder some of these things are to justify even yourself. So here they are. Let's talk about the why. What about adventure? We spend an entire life in any industry after educating ourselves for the goals of creating wealth, resources, to either attract women, okay, to give ourselves a better standing, or to be able to give ourselves the capability to do things throughout our lives. Well, guess what? All of this gets ticked off so quick if you join the military. Why? Because we spend half our life when we're in the Royal Australian Regiment and we're not on holidays with a surfboard under our arm in a southern state, saying hello to a lady that we can't make any promise to other than I'm not here for a very long time. Okay, and what happens is we spend our lives in the field, off the grid, in helicopters, in armoured vehicles, in adverse conditions, hot or cold, or a mixture of both. We're pushed together with a whole bunch of people that we might have walked past and had nothing in common with in our civilian lives or our youth. People of varying education, inspiration, family backgrounds, okay, and also inspiration for the future. There is those of strong and weak character, but they all were strong enough to sign the dotted line for the contract up to and everything, including their life, to represent you, and you may never meet one in your life outside ANZAC Day or Remembrance Day. Let's go to the next one. FOMO, the fear of missing out. The fear of missing out on the big adventure, said adventure above. The thought that I might have to go my entire life wondering what I could have done, could have I been, would have I succeeded. The warrior mindset. It's one thing to have it doing jiu-jitsu, okay, in the boxing ring, on the football field, but to always feel like a caged lion. How would have I really actually gone if I was ever tested? And I want to be around the guys that also have my back. FOMO, the fear of missing out. Put your name down. 4 years, what do you got to lose? Well, a lot. You do. You've got a lot to lose. But that's not what it's about. It's about living life. Mateship, we've already touched on that. When you know that every single one of your friends in the mix, whether you actually like them as a person, is irrelevant, because you'll have their back if they're part of your call sign. 2nd Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, best battalion in the world, and part of the best army in the world, or the best small country in the world. Not small, but we're girt by sea, and it's worth fighting for, and so are you. Even if you don't agree with what I do for you while you're asleep. The mateship is proven. The mateship is earned. The mateship is not a fake news element. But don't mistake it with friendship. It's different. Because regardless of whether we like you or not, we'll have you back the entire way. And if you don't, you become a fugazi, fake soldier, and that's not what you're about. We're an organisation that looks after our own. How about legacy? How about leaving something that's bigger than you? Okay, so that as soon as you actually wear the Skippy badge of the tip of the spear, everyone knows now that you represented the Australian Army. Australian flag here, family name here. There's no safety net. You do something wrong, you get caught out, you get reprimanded, you pay the penalty, and it might be permanent. The legacy is there forever. Serve with honour, and you don't need a necessary qualification, because the qualification in character. When you actually go for an employment, for a job, and university is something that is so oversaturated, they're looking for something that makes you different, and different is better than good. And you might be what it is. They want someone with loyalty, skin in the game, mateship, celebrity, the calling. If you did that for the army and then you came to them in infantry and then came to them and said, I want to join you, I'd say, yes, please. I'd treat you like ranch sauce on buffalo wings. I want a taste of that. What about the calling? Maybe there's something in your soul where you don't even know why you want to join. You've just always wanted to join. You were one in 2,567 people that said, I'm not just going to talk about something. I don't want to go and just play a computer game. I want to live the life. I don't want to go into a movie theatre, okay, and say, hey, look, imagine that. That'd be awesome. I want to live it. I want to get paid to do it amongst people that I can trust to have my back the entire time. Where it's not about technology, it's about the fibre of the heart and the character of those to your left and right, those that are behind you, unless you're in the Navy. They'll show you some fibre. Celebrity. There is a certain celebrity to having a uniform, walking around domestically, okay, in the greater community and on ANZAC Day, wearing your attributes that are on your chest. We wear them on the left, she said. Okay, tipping your hat to a kid who's crying. Shh, ripping your Australia badge off, give it to him. It's okay, son. It'll make sense tomorrow. G'day, mate. Shaking hands with people, firm handshake, good eye contact, and walking around and knowing that these people know that you represent them. There is a trust in the army that 60 Minutes is trying to detract from us, but it's legit. We help more than we hurt. We definitely do. We are the sheepdog But the sheepdog also comes with its own warts. Don't expect us to be perfect. But there is celebrity that you won't find on Facebook, you won't find on OnlyFans, you won't find on Instagram. The Australian Army, Royal Australian Regiment, Infantry 343, duty first. Family. Maybe you were following the footsteps of your family, your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, the light horse. And you tied in with FOMO, the fear of missing out, don't want to be the first link of the chain to break. Tradition is a beautiful thing. You want to keep it going. You want to do your time. You want to do your apprenticeship in manhood and go and be a warrior for the best small country in the world. Australia, we're girt by sea. We're worth fighting for, and so are you. Am I? But I don't know. I don't know if I'm worth fighting for. But I enjoyed my time doing it for 24 years for you. And that's fine, because they wouldn't expect a Roman auxiliary to have served any longer 2,000 years ago. Raise the sword. Represent. Kaz. Where is my slaves and hut and land that you're supposed to get after service? And some sesterces. Patriotism. This is something that a lot of people don't seem to be getting taught these days, and that is your love of country. Patriotism. These days they try to make it out like it's a dirty word. The love of country. Why can you love your family, but you can't love your country? Why can you represent your town in a footy jumper, but if you do it with your Australian flag, like there's something wrong with it? We're the best country in the world. People want to come here from all over the world. You turn the tap, water comes out, you press a light switch, electricity comes on. You walk the streets, you're safe. We're a majestic country, and we're worth fighting for. Patriotism is another reason why people join. Don't slide left. Stay in the centre. Represent your views and do it with action. At least 1 in 2,567 of us is not enough. We need more. But that's another video, and that's coming up. ECN 343, that's our number, employment category number. There's not enough of us, but those that do, that represent, they do it with pride, they do it with honour, they do it with mateship, they do it with celebrity. They have a fear of missing out, is why they've done it. We don't ask for thanks, but we do ask you to get up on ANZAC Day. We do get you to stand still at the 11th hour of the 11th day of November to remember, under the words lest we forget. And to Tasmanian Devil, okay, and also to Darcy, who's waiting for him to join his platoon as they get ready to do their fitness test the moment that he lands, or the morning that he lands. What do you get for breakfast? A fitness test to see if you are ready to represent in Bin Bar platoon, in Capion platoon, in Long Tam platoon. It's no different to going to reception in jail. They're about to find all this out. And their life, the guarantees, right, is going to be mateship, is going to be all of these things here. They're going to get that in spades. But it ain't easy. We're going to teach you to fail. We're going to pick you back up. We're going to retrain you, smack you on the arse and tell you to get going again. I wouldn't be doing this video 24 years later, after I was on that bus myself, if I didn't believe in it 100%. And I haven't heard anyone that's regretted it yet. So team, to those that want to be the 1 in 2,567, if you feel lonely on that journey, I'm there with you. So's the channel. You're not alone. Everyone needs a battle buddy. And sometimes people don't know it until they need it. See you later, team. Take it easy. Tassie Devil, bring out the inner warrior spirit. Darcy, he's going to see you tomorrow at Holden Platoon. Today, actually. Let's get out of here and wish these boys good luck, because there's an element of that required too. Thank you for what you do. Don't expect people to understand, but I bet your family's got tears in their eyes, even the ones that didn't want you to do it. When they see you graduate, hold your Skippy badge high. Duty first. We need you on that wall. Bye. If you don't believe me, what else do you want him to do?